Welcome to the Continuous Commissioning Suite of Tools training videos. In this video, we're going to look at the implementer tool. We will look at, under visualization, how to use the batch plotter. We will look at the features of the accordion in the batch plotter and how to output data. We will study the output report created in Excel by batch plotter. We'll look at the plots sheet, the outlier sheet, the stats sheet, the notes sheet, and the data sheet. So once you're in your project, you click on the implementer button and you can reach the batch plotter in one of two ways. You can go to the visualize pull down sheet and go to batch plotter there, or you can click on the batch plotter button on the page itself. So the batch plotter's goal is to look at a large number of plots in one report and be able to compare them, find outliers, and so forth. So it's really a scaling capability from the plots such as XY plotter and time series plotter. Excuse me. And what you'll see is that there are ways to get to the batch plot from the XY plotter and the time series plotter. You'll see them at the bottom left part of the page. There are links that let you come straight to the batch plotter. So in this case, we're going to choose AHU1, and in the scope of the batch plotter, it automatically chooses all the containers in it as well. So when you choose AHU1, it also chooses all the containers in the terminal boxes underneath it. So when you go to the axis parameter, in this case, you have two options. You can choose a preset plot, which gives you a list of different plots that the ESL has over the years used to analyze projects, and the ones that we've found very useful. Not only do we have the plots themselves here, but we also have a small I button, which if you hover over, it gives you a mouse over. And the mouse over tells you what that plot helps you study. So it's a very unique, nice feature. If you're not sure what to plot, then go to preset plots and you can see all the plots that the ESL recommends to study your building. Now, if you already have a plot in mind, you can click on custom plots, and here you start choosing your labels. So in this case, I'm going to look at space temperature. So on the y-axis, I'm going to look at the space temperature in a terminal box. On the x-axis, I'm going to look at continuous time. Now, the interesting thing is you can have multiple levels of plots. So in this plot itself, you can have two y-axes or more than that even. You can add another plot group, and let's say in this case, I take the same thing. I take space temperature, but instead of plotting it against continuous time, I'm going to actually plot it against outside air dry bulb temperature. And just to show you the capabilities of this tool. Now under dates, I'm going to choose this is a demonstration project, so we have to go back a little bit in time. We'll choose 7 days, and we won't ignore any data for the moment. We're not going to use the distinguish feature, but it's there, and then we'll just use the default extended options of 15-minute time intervals. And then we'll say generate plots. So what this is doing is, we know that AHU1 had a large number of terminal boxes under it. In this case, I believe the number of terminal boxes was close to 50. And we're asking for, in each of these terminal boxes, we're asking for two plots each, right? One where we were looking at the space temperature versus the continuous time. And then another where we were looking at the space temperature versus the outside air dry bulb temperature. So, we're looking at close to 100 plots while doing this. And so batch plot is able to show you in a graphical manner all these plots individually, but it's also able to stack them on top of each other and show you how they vary from plot to plot. It'll find you the outliers to the plot, and it does that all in an automated fashion. So here's this batch plot report Excel sheet that's been created here. And you'll see immediately, in this case, there are two columns of plots. right? Because we had asked for 2 plots per terminal box. So each terminal box is a row, and you can have as many columns of plots. So one terminal box can have as many plots as you want. So in this case, we chose 2, right? So you have your space temperature, and then the space temperature was outside air temperature right there. Now at the bottom of the plot, you'll see you have a link that immediately takes you to the time series plot or the XY plot, depending on what you want for each of these plots. So you click on that and it automatically takes you to the website and loads up that page again. So, it's very easy to go back and forth. Now, the thing about the batch plot is you're already looking at a scale of plots that is very hard to compare with your eyes. So you can go to the outlier sheet, and you'll see there's an outlier sheet for each of these plots. So let's say we went to the outlier sheet for time, and you can see there's an initial plot with the first 30 trends, and then we have a plot with the space temperature moving mean of each of those trends. And then we have a plot with a gray band that shows you where most of the data lies, and the outliers separated out. So if you want to see some of the outliers, you can actually click on them, right? And it'll take you to the outlier itself. So in this case, the outlier was, I believe, 33. Let's go back to that outlier sheet. Yeah, it was 34. And if you went to 29, this is unusual when compared to the others, and so on. We also have a statistics page that shows you how they're different from each other in terms of statistics. So, and you can plot them based on, if you want to plot them by the max, sort largest to smallest, you can do all of that here too. There's a notes page on how to recreate this plot or create an automated report, and then all the data time aligned is right there for you if you need it. So the batch plot is a very powerful tool. It helps you look at a large number of plots very quickly, find the outliers in them, go to individual plots from the report itself directly, and give you statistics on that all at the same time at the click of a button. So that's what makes it so powerful. That is what I really wanted to cover in this video. Thank you. Bye.